Hey everybody, how you doing today? Well, I just thought I would showcase 5 cards specifically for Steve Speaks and his channel. If you haven't checked out his channel yet, you got to check it out. He shows some really great content on his channel. But right now he has a contest going and a little giveaway. And what he asked us to do is to show 5 of our favorite cards. And it was extremely hard for me to narrow it down. And if you ask me tomorrow, this list might change. But as of today, I went through a handful of the stuff that I have, and each one of these cards has a special place in my heart, if you will. I guess we can start. Let's go left to right. So this one, my dad picked up for me many years ago. It's a Charlie Hustle Pete Rose signed card, hand numbered 353 out of 1985. So I'm assuming that's when this was signed in 1985. You could see all-time record holder. No, it wouldn't have been. Yeah, it is 1985. So yeah, Pete Rose. I as early as I can remember, he was my favorite player. He diving all over the place and that hair flopping all over all around. And I remember being a little kid, 4 or 5 years old, and running around the house and flopping on the floor, pretending to be Pete Rose. And he's just always been one of my favorites. He played the game the right way. Obviously, the things that he did after his playing days, you can't admire so much. But, you know, to me, it's apples and oranges. This man is the best hitter that baseball's ever seen. As far as longevity and consistency. So, Charlie Hustle. Second one, 1963, Sandy Koufax. You can see this card is far from desirable condition, although it's not terrible. There's no creases, but the corners, and there's a lot of wear. But Sandy Koufax was my mom's favorite player. And she got to see his last scheduled start before he retired. Now, I can always remember her telling that story and how much that meant to her. This guy had to retire way too early because of arthritis, of all things. And, you know, I'll always have this card. So, Mom and Dad, rest in peace, both of you. And thank you for giving me the love of baseball. One in the middle, Frank Thomas. Everyone knows this card. It's not so hard to find, but I do remember pulling this at the baseball card shop when I was about 12 or 13. I don't know how old I was, but I was a kid. And, you know, that was an expensive pack for me to buy. And I remember pulling this, and all the kids were around, and some of them were jealous, some of them were happy for me. And for a couple of days, I was the talk of the neighborhood. Patrick pulled the Frank Thomas. All right. And, you know, this is, again, I was given a little bit of a collection of baseball cards that my dad had collected when I was a kid, mostly in 1980. There was a lot of 1980 cards, and I remember the first time I saw a Beckett, I was like, hey, what's that? And my buddy was like, oh, you can see how much cards are worth. And I said, well, what do you mean, how much cards are worth? So that was the beginning of that part of the collection for me. So I knew that there was a whole box of baseball cards in my dad's closet, and I think I was about 10 years old when I got the first Beckett, and so I just started going through the cards, looking them up in Beckett, and I saw this Ricky Henderson, and I knew who Ricky Henderson was, and I turned it around, and I said, hey, that might be his rookie card. So I looked it up, and I think it was $25 at the time, or 30 bucks. And I was super excited. Now, the grading was much different then. I used to have 2 of these. I only have 1 now. But as you can see, there's a little bit of wear. I wouldn't send this in to get graded probably because I don't plan on ever getting rid of this one. But again, this is one of the most sought after cards in the modern baseball card collecting. I say modern even though it's, 41 years old now, but still, it's baseball cards were easier to get in 1980 than, let's say, 1970 or 1971, something like that, you know, or even earlier. So, Ricky Henderson, 1980 tops, another one of my favorites. And last but not least, Andre Dawson. Again, one of my favorite players of all time. His rookie card. This one also a little bit beat up. But I remember picking this one up at a baseball card show for, I believe, $7. I know it was under $10, but all those card shows that I went to as a kid, and I was just so happy to find this because, you know, sometimes you just find a real good deal, especially when you're a kid and you got $10 to spend at a card show kind of thing. I was so happy to get this one, and you guys can see by these holders, I haven't taken them out since I got these cards. So I guess that, you know, is part of the nostalgia for me. These old, we called them squeeze plates back in the day, but, you know, hard plastic, big bulky things that are really cumbersome now. But yeah, so I just wanted to share this stuff. Like I said, it was for Steve Speaks contest, but you know, it's a good idea anyways. Tell me, what do you guys think of all these cards? What's your favorite? For me, I can't pick a favorite. I care about them all equally. And, you know, that's about it. So, hope you guys enjoyed. And have a great weekend. Thanks, guys. Take care.